what they want to get for 90 requisitions?
No, but
I
I'll get
believe
there.
me and Solomon need to work out our differences.
Oh, yeah, okay, if you guys want to do mano to mano fights, sure.
Yeah.
Alright, so in this corner we have Loria. In this corner we have Solomon. Fight! Roll initiative. And I'll change the meters to make it more fair.
Cool.
And you guys have to ritualistic duel with only combat blades.
Only combat blades.
And no armor.
Okay, so since I don't have a combat blade, can I use my claymore?
Everybody has a combat blade, bro.
I don't. I get my claymore instead for being a...
Now you have a combat blade.
God damn it, I don't have the stats of a combat blade.
Looks like I have the
God damn it,
advantage.
let me add the combat knife things.
That went unexpectedly.
Combat knife.
A combat knife's just 1d10. Pen 2.
Thank you. Special? Any balanced or?
No.
No.
Are there any more places to find decent firearm mods?
There's more in Rites of Battle, but like the only books that really have anything are Rites of Battle and the core rule book. And then there's a few minor things in the other ones, like but if you want relics, the other books have mods.
I can't get relic. I'm not high enough.
Yeah, that's it really though.
There's a problem. A combat knife can't hurt me unless he watches Furies.
Well, then you're gonna have to Righteous Fury. It's probably the same for him. So I mean...
What do you mean? Like it can't hurt?
I have 60 toughness.
So 12 toughness then.
Yeah.
Bonus.
Well, 13 if you count the squad thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, he can hurt you very easily.
All right. Okay. Charge action. Let's go.
Can you charge that far?
Actually, without armor, no.
We're just gonna spend the first turn.
Well,
this is awkward.
Fuck it, run 30. Boom.
Okay, Solomon, your turn.
Thanks for coming into charge distance for me. Although then if I do that, it'll just lightning attack me. So.
Yeah.
I'll pull out my plasma gun. That I
Go defensive stance or something.
Something like that. I'm just gonna do a full move, just right up to his face.
Who runs out and trips you as you walk past?
Something like that.
Alright.
Back in your general direction.
Charge him, right? I can't just lightning attack his face.
Well, I'm not. Yeah.
He's not in. He's not in.
God
beside
damn.
you.
Trickery.
Who will make the first move? Still.
Fucking Stone Warden's cool or what? Warden's cool, so I get +10 against you. There we go.
Well, that's some shenanigans right there. So that's what, like one hit?
Yeah, it's the charge. So
I guess I'll try and dodge then.
Okay. So Solomon's turn again.
Yeah, why not? I guess I'll swift attack him. Is he secretly a Chaos Space Marine? No, that's the real question.
Yeah, I am a born berserker.
It's debatable at this stage, but
It's
yeah.
debatable.
Well, I made up for my crap roll at the beginning of the first mission because I just rolled my 1d5 for extra cohesion and I got 5 for the
Blood
Heroes.
Martyrs or Blood Heroes,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Alright, take my... Is that
Parry,
3
you-
hits? Yeah.
I attack back with a lightning attack.
I go to sleep.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
It was a bad roll for me.
We're not even gonna get to the briefing at this rate.
I think this might take a bit too long.
Here we go.
Sabrathan steps in and says, "First blood loses."
I agree.
I miss.
Alright. Lightning attack. There we go.
Oh, it's all over.
Uriel quickly looks at Sabrathan and says, "Sabrathan, in which copy of the Codex Astartes can I find the oaths that we can take to for the mission?"
Oh,
I completely forgot that strength was added to these.
Oh damn it! I actually thought that you were shit for a second.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So what? I.
that would be in chapter 7, page 29, my brother.
Yeah, you like
Table 7,
like your strength bonus is like
in the tome of our spiritual liege.
What's your strength bonus on?
It's currently only 5.
So 10.
Double.
So 16.
Oh shit! I completely forgot to add strength bonus. Sorry.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's what I'm figuring.
Yeah, I remember it actually adds the strength bonus space because that's why the sheet works. So you'll only add 5 to every one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
You can only take Uriel. You can only take.
Wait, he only adds 5.
Yeah. Cause,
oh right.
Yeah, because the sheet already adds his base modifier. It just doesn't understand he has unnatural. Because
I don't take any from the first one.
That's 16.
So yeah, so I take. Well, yeah, I take 5, 10, and then 2. So I take 12.
So was it the first blood, or is it to like someone's unconscious?
I want to get on with this, so I say first blood, but that's just the apothecary.
First blood's fine with me, but you know.
Because you've won then.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it if I win.
Like it's up to Solomon at this point.
I'm gonna keep going. Fuck you.
Alright, keep going then. So Solomon, you're
get a snack. You guys have fun. Just so you know, I'm not healing either of you after this.
So not drawing blood.
2.
It's just,
Yawn.
Uriel, did you get the pages and everything?
Lightning attack.
I dodged one.
Yeah, he got the pages.
Alright, I'm gonna get food. You bitches, do what you want.
I think I just won maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So
Alright, Solomon steps back.
Yeah. There you go. The honor is mine. Can I get renown for like dueling and winning? Oh, god damn it.
I will say, it seems the Emperor has spoken. I will not question your leadership until such a time that it comes into question once again.
Which will not be soon, my brother. I extend a hand to shake you. Shake it. So, for as we now know, our brother librarian leads this next mission, not I.
What's the name of your cap, Bermuda?
Her name is Ronya.
Solomon's not a sulky bitch.
Ronya.
He'll take your hand.
Alright.
And then I stab you in the chest, of course.
Yeah, of course. and it's like Game of Thrones, like, oh.
Yeah. I secretly have chainmail underneath my
you were
dress.
a chaos space. No, you lean forward. I'm one of the fallen.
Yes. I am a fallen.
I should have asked more about.
Yeah.
Get back in the line, you sluts. Right.
Oh, good lord.
I'm back.
Alright, can we get our brief now?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I totally know. Did you say this planet's full of Tyranids, right?
No, it's suspected to have Tyranid vanguard organisms. Okay. And if you want any more information about Eleusis, you can read that sheet I just linked a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do not have any briefing. You already guys know what your mission is. So you're just here. Your primary objective is stop the Tau at all costs. Your secondary objective is make sure that the actions of the Tau or anyone else do not compromise Eleusis' ability to defend itself against the oncoming Tyranid high fleet Dagon, basically. You're to make sure you don't draw the ear or the wrath of the ecclesiarchy by doing anything strange on the planet, since the Inquisition already hates you. If you want to complete the trifecta and make the fucking ecclesiarchy hate you as well, you can try. It's up to you guys. And then you're to find out if there's any. One of your distant tertiary objectives is to find if the Tyranids have infiltrated Eleusis with vanguard organisms, as was suspected several months ago. Okay. so there are your objectives. Eleusis itself, you guys read the sheet, right? Do you want me to give you a brief overview of the planet, or?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, well, I mean, just quick brief was... Eleusis was the biggest shrine world of the Jericho sector before the Age of Apostasy. After the Age of Apostasy, the cardinals and stuff of it fell to chaos, and they started preaching a heretical cult, and it became one of the biggest bastions of chaos in the sector. When the Ashland Crusade returned to the Jericho Reach a couple decades ago, this was one of their first stops. However, when they arrived, they found that a order of sororitas, called the Order of Our Martyred Lady, who accompanied the crusade, had broken off with their small ship and journeyed to the planet because their Palatine, which is their leader, basically, it's like their chapter master, had received what she believed was a vision from the Emperor that they had to come here and protect a shrine of some kind. When they came here, they did indeed, in fact, find a shrine that was prophesied to her from the Emperor, apparently, or at least she received the vision, so she presumes it's from the Emperor. So ever since then, the Order of Our Martyred Lady, which I'll show you guys now. All of you guys can see that, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, so you can read that again in your own time. They came here and they protected they created their own abbey here called the Lethalin Abbey, or the Lethalin, or let me see, what's it called? Yeah, the Lothian Abbey, okay? And it's where they're banked here, and they're now at odds with the new mission of ecclesiarchy, which is like imperial priests, which have come here to rebuild Eleusis, basically. So it used to be a pretty horrific chaos planet. It was bombarded into oblivion by the Imperial Navy and the Crusade when it arrived. It's been rebuilt now, but basically it's a giant barren wasteland of destroyed ancient cities and chaos ruins, with big bastions of like cities in between and highways that have been cleared out between them, if you know what I mean, all around the planet basically. And the capital is Vermilion's Grace, where the ecclesiarchy is gathering to rebuild it. You guys have seen it. It looks like that. That's it in the picture there. The principal leader of the ecclesiarchy here is a man called Cardinal Loris, who is at odds with the Adeptus Sororitas, the Order of Our Martyred Lady, for various reasons. So there's a lot of political bullshit going on here, because wherever the ecclesiarchy goes, political bullshit follows, okay? So that's basically everything you need to know. And you're here to find out where the Javar Gate on this planet is, like the one you found on Spite. And destroy it, shut it down, stop the tower, or whatever. That fairly clear to everybody, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, has everybody finished their... Well, I mean, if you're thinking about what you need to buy, there's a good possibility, well, there's almost 100% possibility Tau and probably Kroot are going to be involved in some way, so gear accordingly. There's possibility, remote as it is, that Tyranids might be involved. Chaos was here at one point, so they may even have an influence here, but it's a distant possibility. So definitely Tau, probably Kroot, kind of likely maybe Tyranids, and possible distinction of Chaos in some form or another.
It's just a smorgasbord today.
But
Yeah.
are the Eldar involved?
If there was Eldar involved, I probably would have mentioned something about Eldar, so no.
I think there's Eldar involved, guys. Just a hunch.
And the thing about Eldar is you'll never know the Eldar are there, because
Yeah.
they will never play their hand so openly.
I do want to kill
Okay.
some Eldar scum now.
If you have a little bit of wreck left over, what can you do with it? Remind me.
You put it in the reserve pool and anyone else can just use it.
Okay, well, I've got 5 left over, so...
I got 10 left over. All had 13 left, so that makes 28.
You can keep reserve requisitions for the mission, and if you guys need a resupply, you can ask for a
I'll
drop
do
pod
that,
of
just
supplies.
Yeah, I only used like 70 on mine, so.
I didn't use much on mine.
I just bought 2 vehicles, so yeah.
Suspensors are...
I dropped my Diagnoster helm because whatever.
You needed to buy a bionic arm, by the way, Silverthumb.
I did.
Okay. Did you
I
buy better
used
quality
18.
or normal quality?
No, I just took it at 15 because, yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, go ahead.
Brother Uriel believes that we should be taking a oath of knowledge for this mission, in which basically you can either take plus. Let me find it again. Come on, where are you?
You can either take plus 10 to weapon skill and ballistic skill versus a chosen enemy, or reroll psychic phenomena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, we can choose like orcs, Tau, or Tyranids, or things like that. So.
Yeah. So you need to choose a favorite enemy.
Which do you think we should be going up against this mission?
Tau. Does Tau include creep?
No.
Do you say weapon skill, right, or ballistic skill?
Both.
Tau are more likely to be involved, and yeah, so I'd say go Tau.
Okay. I still also have very much lots of toxins, so.
So what do you think, Sabrathan, brother?
Whatever, man. I'm resigned to our fate at this point. I've grown cynical and jaded now that I've.
You lose one arm, man. One arm.
Yeah.
Alright, so Tau, yeah?
Yeah, Tau shall be. So this actually says, alternatively, a librarian who takes the Oath of Knowledge.
Yeah, you can reroll psychic phenomena. Yeah.
So I'm going to be doing that. I'm not going to be taking the other thing.
Yeah, it's fair.
So you get free. Why reroll? Because you can choose your own.
I get one.
Because if he gets over 75, he can reroll it. That's why.
Yeah.
So yeah, this means I can reroll every other one.
By the way, I took my own oath of the final duel, so I get plus 10 weapon skill in like single combat.
Okay, if anyone else wants to take a chapter specific of their own oath, they can do that as well. So.
A chapter what?
Yeah, there are chapter specific oaths, but only some of them have it, like the Storm Wardens. I don't know if the Blood Angels do.
So I'm good.
Okay.
Does that overwrite the oath that I've given, or do you have access to both?
It overrides.
Let me check really quick. Hang on. Just let me see what my oath is. I just want to be reminded.
It overrides, but only for him. It's not like for everybody. So yeah.
Just in case there's like a fucking giant dinosaur again.
Yeah, well, I mean, like the squad mode abilities seem to be fucking turtle, and turtle.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't seen my Dark Angel oath. If you want to.
Mine are like charge, I think.
Oath of Hope.
Like even my defensive one is just like you can like charge.
It's to resist fear and pinning, so whatever.
Okay, which like that's actually fucking useless.
Exactly.
Mine is Oath of Vengeance. A kill team which takes this oath gains +1 cohesion when any member of the kill team takes any test to resist cohesion damage and passes by 2 or more degrees of success.
Not that useful.
No.
Maybe when you was squad leader, but.
Okay, so let's get to what happens then. Okay,
I've got 10 requisition left over if anyone needs it.
Wait, who's the better gunner? It's Solomon is, right?
I have ballistic skill 64.
Paul?
What?
Ballistic
skill?
Yeah.
68.
Alright, okay, look for the land speeder storm and grab the stats for that if you don't mind. Like the weapon stats.
The weapon stats are not correct for the heavy bolter.
Okay.
They're correct for the other thing, so.
Should we be able to spend experience or not?
Yeah, I mean, if you have, spend whatever experience you have. Yeah.
How much experience did we get?
I have like 2,000.
I have 200.
We got like 1,000.
Yeah, 1,000 experience and 4 now.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do that in my own time.
Yeah. So you guys arrive at Eleusis after 2 weeks through the warp. Okay. The Ultima Ratio takes another 3 days to burn from the edge of the Eleusis system to the planet Eleusis itself. And when you arrive, the chapter serfs of the Ultima Ratio indicate to the captain, whose name I cannot remember. I don't think there is a captain, it's just a generic thing. And relay to you
Captain
that...
Wong.
No, it's not him this time, unfortunately. They relay to you that a Cardinal Loris on the planet, who's... I think he's archived, let me just go get him. Or maybe he's not. Yeah, let me look for him. I think I need to move him over from the other campaign. Cardinal Lars. There we go.
Quick question. You saying the gun wasn't right for the Land Speeder Storm? Where are we grabbing that from instead? The errata?
The errata is just whatever the heavy bolter is in the errata.
Cool.
Okay, so this dude. He's not Inquisition. He's Mission. So everyone can see him, yeah?
Give me a sec. Yep.
Okay, so Cardinal Loris. You received a message from Cardinal Loris that when they asked for docking for a VIP team, it seems Cardinal Loris is aware of what the Deathwatch is. And a few hours later, he came back with a response that you can land in his private docking bay at the heart of the cathedral in the center, which, looking again at Eleusis, you guys see that picture there?
Mm-hmm.
You see the big statue in the middle of the four dudes on top of the giant tower?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, his docking bay is in the hand of his statue on that tower, okay?
Yeah,
On his statue, nice.
Style.
Yeah.
Pimpin'.
So he offers you his private docking bay. Do you guys accept?
I'd say yes.
I would rather land up the statue's rectum personally, but that's.
Well, the kill team leader has said yes.
Yeah.
I refer to the squad leader, so.
Okay, so your Thunder, Thunderhawk is prepared.
You said not to fuck with these guys, right?
Yes, you're not to draw
Unless
the
we want
ear
to
of the
complete the trifecta of getting ourselves raped at the end of all of this by the Inquisition.
Yeah. So you agree to it.
I'm gonna brown nose so hardcore.
Okay.
I refer back to rectum landing.
There's also a message on the thing that once you get down, Cardinal Loris would like to invite you to a private discussion in his apartment in Grace's Landing, if you're willing to go to that meeting. Okay.
I'm very willing to go to this meeting.
Okay. So
Jesus Christ.
you guys descend, and the massive structure in front of you, the docking bay door is open, and you enter into a very opulent and well-designed docking bay. The Thunderhawk sets down, lets you guys off. The pilot wishes you the Emperor's grace, and then heads back to the Ultima Ratio. You guys are escorted out by several chanting priests who have braziers of incense as they walk ahead of you in a very slow fashion and procession. Yeah, literally, I'm not even joking. There's like 50 priests and deacons and shit around you, like escorting you out. If you know what I mean.
Are they slapping themselves in the face with boards?
Turns to blue.
No, so there's toil pilgrims, choir serfs, deacons, priests of the faith, and everything following you around. And every single one of them that isn't in the procession either immediately falls to their knees and starts saying litanies to the Emperor, or falls in behind you in abject wonder. And soon there's like several hundred people following you.
Yeah, damn right.
Okay. After about after about 20 minutes, there's nearly 1,000 following you, saying various litanies. Some of them are even like beginning to scourge themselves, as in they're like getting whips and whipping themselves for having seen your presence.
This is my kind of place.
The awe is so profound that none of the lay people, who are just normal people, dare approach you. Crowds simply part as you go into public. Anyone you attempt to speak to immediately falls deafened to the ground with downcast eyes. However, the leaders of Eleusis are not so bashful, and many of them appear to have agendas immediately as you arrive, as several of the priests are clearly attempting to get your ears with like various ridiculous politics you have no idea what they're talking about. Eventually, you do, however, reach Grace's Landing, which is a very opulent, large sort of skyscraper apartment building that is clearly designed for the ecclesiarchy, and you are escorted by the private ascender to the penthouse of the Cardinal. Okay, so let me see. Okay, his chamber. The first thing that like jumps out to you immediately is his chambers are opulent, as one might come to expect of the apartments of a man of this significant rank. You're greeted by several servants who offer to take anything you don't want to carry on hand and store it for you, and several, chilled glasses of the finest amsac, and other things are brought to you if you want anything at all. And then you are brought into the study with a roaring, gigantic Gothic fire with some sort of beast on top of it, and a large picture of the Emperor above it. And you're greeted by by Cardinal Loris himself, and a man he introduces as his seneschal, Archivist Velatus, who I think I have a picture for as well. So let me go find that. Just a sec. Yeah, there we go. Archivist Grant Velatus. Okay. He's not a player. There we go. So you can all see that guy as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
so that's what the Archivist looks like, and that's what the Cardinal looks like. Okay. So after the customary greetings between you both are exchanged, Cardinal Loris offers to provide you any aid or information that you may require, so long as it is within his power to give. And he seems to be showing you very due deference, and he clearly sees you as, people of significant, significance, to say the least. Okay, so he basically just says the following. After it's clear that Uriel is the one in charge, he just says, "My lord, may I inquire as to the purpose of the Adeptus Astartes visit to vaunted Eleusis? You are in fact the first of your ilk to set foot on this world since its recapture by the glorious Imperium and its return to the Fate. It is a monumentous occasion for us."
That it is, and it is our glory to come and meet you on this world. You have done incredible work rebuilding this planet.
So he feigns obvious, it's all in the Emperor's name. He says, "What we do in his name and his works, of course, as we all do. You do it through battle, we do it through the building of monuments in his name."
Oh, stop it, you.
Yeah, and then he sort of...
And they are very fine monuments, too.
He sort of looks at you and says, "Please, if you could inform me of the purpose of your visit here, perhaps I could aid you in any way possible."
We are looking for something buried on this planet.
He says, "Oh, there are a great many things buried on this planet. Many dark and forsaken things of foul creations have tainted this world and been lost in the ruins of the vast city that this planet used to cover this planet. Perhaps if you could be perhaps more specific about what it is you're looking for, I could perhaps inquire, or I could put Archivist Velatus to task with finding any information you would require."
I don't know if I feel I should tell him. Did it say specifically anywhere? Where was the mission objectives?
Let me get them for you quick. I'll put them up. Give me a sec. Yeah, I can just.
He's not a bad person, right? I mean, he is just going to help us.
Oh, he's a cardinal. I mean, yeah.
He's as trustworthy as that one prefect dude is.
Yeah. But, telling like the leader of a planet that there's a warp gate underneath their
Yeah, that one guy who's completely and totally helpful. Wink, wink.
Yeah. It might be
sometimes people can just be helpful, though.
But, not in the Warhammer universe.
Yeah, look, the ecclesiarchy is also full of corruption.
Frankly, this is my first mission. I think I'm just gonna be really blatant and stumble into everything. So this is how my first mission's gonna go, guys.
I will roll assault doctrine for you.
You can do whatever you want to. Like, I mean, you're not an idiot, and Space Marines are generally smarter than the average man. So
apart from all my characters, yeah.
Apart from him, yeah.
Oh, have you brought up the?
Oh, I'm about to do it now. I'm just
okay.
The thing. It should be.
So we are basically here to find that thing and see if there's any Tyranid troops and Tau around.
Yeah, like Tyranid is tertiary, Tau is primary. Basically,
Okay,
if we get a moment, look for 2 minutes.
You can see that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I updated it.
Yep.
So there's all your objectives. Okay. So the primary one is one you cannot fail, otherwise the universe is fucked. But the other ones are like the secondary you should probably complete for, but the tertiary is like optional basically. But we'll get you more shit if you do them.
Yep, I'm down with that.
Yes, Cardinal. We have just come from a mission where there was Tau. They were looking for an artifact on a planet, and we fear there might be a secondary similar artifact on this planet.
He sort of, shivers with revulsion at the mere mention of the Tau, and he says, "Foul Xenos."
Foul Xenos, indeed.
The heretical ways have swayed many of the weaker-minded and pitted them against their own brothers. I would be more than happy to aid you in any way possible. Although to speak of an artifact causes issues, I'm afraid, as you may not be aware, or maybe your files and your reports have been more diligent than most of the military arm of the Imperium, but on this world, an order of the Adeptus Sororitas, the Order of Our Martyred Lady, has taken residence on a hill several kilometers from Vermilion's Grace, known as the Lethaline Hill, or the Lethine Hill, and created an abbey there. When they arrived, we become aware that this abbey held many, if not most, of the surviving clerical records from the time of from the ancient past, before the age of apostasy. If it is an artifact you are indeed looking for, the only place on the planet that would have any information about it is likely to be in that abbey. And the sisters are not like to deal with you or anyone else. They have been quite prideful and neglectful of their duties to the ecclesiarchy on this world. It seems that their Palatine Ariel has received what she believes to be a vision from the Emperor, and it's their sacred duty to protect and keep the secrets of that abbey. They have allowed none to enter their gates, not even my vaunted self when I approached with my procession nearly several kilometers long from this noble city. Did they allow me entrance to speak with them? But if it is an artifact of prodigious and horrific power you are seeking, then only their archives are likely to know where it is, and you will have a difficult time getting them to reveal that information to you. But I may have a solution if you're willing to listen.
That is of use to us. Yes, please go on.
All right.
If I may interject for a second,
yeah.
If I can vox Uriel, I say that these sisters sound more heretical than Emperor worshipping, and it's just like I note that to him.
I understand, brother. After I found out what the Cardinal will say, I shall speak to him of what we will do.
Okay. So he says, while they blocked my passage into their abbey, and they allow none at all to visit them, they have not met the vaunted servants of the Emperor, his holy sons, the Adeptus Astartes, before. I do not believe...
That is true.
Yeah, I do not believe that if you were to approach them and broach for entrance, they could refuse you. And especially if I were to bless you with my blessing and give you my seal, I doubt our combined influence could, if they are truly servants of the Emperor, allow them to repel you from your holy duty any longer. Would you allow me, in a public display of unity, to bless you before the people of Vermilion's Grace, and then see you safely on your way to the Lethaine Abbey, where they no doubt could not possibly refuse such a vaunted and well-blessed guest?
Politicking.
Yeah, it's totally politics, but he'll like it and it'll be shining light on him, so yes, Cardinal, we shall accept this blessing. It is right. You may have the voice of the Emperor, but we are the Emperor's hand. We shall enter with your blessing.
Okay. So
I really want to bless this guy back, but I'm afraid to.
So he smiles. Almost gleefully and elatedly, and says, Yes, yes, this will be a fine event, and he clicks his fingers and then starts going off and like whispers to Valetus almost conspiratorially about organizing a very large public meeting. So within a few hours after your meeting, the Vermilion Synod, which is what he runs, his sect of the ecclesiarchy, arranges a massive public blessing in little more than a few hours. Bells begin ringing continuously throughout Vermilion's Grace to call toil pilgrims and the blessed in for the ceremony. Priests immediately commence hanging incense braziers around the Decafold steps and bedecking the monument around it itself in black and gold. So you're outside of that giant statue thing in the middle again, on the steps below it, obviously. When all is ready, you are instructed to climb the steps toward the waiting cardinal. So it is quite possible that every soul in Vermilion's Grace has turned out for the ceremony. As you ascend the Decafold steps, you can see out over more and more of the city. There is no end to the sea of wide-eyed citizens. There must be hundreds of thousands, if not millions, all straining to see past one another. The cardinal stands above you, gleaming in his ornate robes of office. A cherub hovers on either side of him, each holding a vox amplifier so that his words will carry. Yeah.
I remove my helmet.
Yeah, I presume you all remove your helmets.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, lesser clergy members line the platform below you, as well as the paths up to the steps. Altar boys throw rose petals at the feet of each battle brother while you pass. And when you reach the top of the steps, a deadly hush falls over the crowd. The cardinal intones a catechism of valor and a blessing of wisdom, first in High Gothic and then again in Low Gothic for the crowd, the awed crowd, sorry. He says a short orison before each of you, and then the choir begins to sing a Terran hymn. Voices swell from the streets as the onlookers join the song. The cardinal and his procession begin to file down the steps. Several of them are not entirely able to hide smug expressions, particularly as they pass members of other religious factions who look on with jealousy. If you did not previously realize what an achievement this ceremony obviously was for the Cardinal and the Vermilion Synod, you clearly do now. While the ceremony will undoubtedly perhaps help you in some way, it helps the Cardinal far more, because it seems as if the Sons of the Emperor himself agree with everything he has done so far. So you've given him a huge amount of political power.
I'm really glad I didn't bless this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so immediately after that, he gives you his full best wishes, and as you guys, I guess you take the land speeder, correct? Because it's much faster than the Land Raider. Okay, so it'll get you.
Can we give the Cardinal a ride on the Land Raider?
No. So he wishes you well. They've literally adorned your Land Raider with incense things and like litanies to the Emperor, and like there's literally thousands of like scripts of prayer like on the land speeder now as you guys sail off, and a couple like 100 of them fall off as you keep going.
We got baseball cards in our spokes.
Pretty shitty ride, to be honest. Like I've run down a few civilians.
Who has drive skimmer actually? Because you need drive skimmer to be able to drive this. Yes, you do. Yes. Does anyone have it? Because you can get it for 600 if anyone doesn't have it. Because otherwise you can't drive.
I can take one for the team because it's agility, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I took rapid reaction, but I've got the highest agility here, so I'll just drop rapid reaction this time and I'll take it.
Yeah, so it's 600 experience for a drive skimmer.
I could grab it since I'm a Storm Warden if you don't want, and
Storm Wardens are actually really good at driving vehicles.
Yeah, like, you know what, fuck it, I'll do it, don't worry.
Okay.
I'll just do my agility. Gives me, 5 skimmer, you said 600, right?
Yep.
That gives me an extra...
It's a general Space Marine thing, yeah. At rank 1.
Thank you. So yeah, I just need to add it to my sheet.
Okay. Alright, so you punch it and skim down the highway. As you skim down, you pass several hundred vehicles on the way and processions of pilgrims between the various cities of Eleusis are on their way to the capital of Vermilion's Grace, and many of them look on with awed amazement as you shoot past at like 275 kilometers an hour, I'm not even joking. So in less than like 5 to 10 minutes, you literally blaze a path to the Lathian Abbey, and you reach the gates of Mount Sif, which is where their abbey is located. And let me see, I'll grab you guys. I'll actually need to get a Land Raider thing for you after a while, but yeah.
Land Raider or Land Speeder?
Land Speeder, I'll need to find a token for it, but yeah, I'll fix it later. Because you won't need it right now.
Our hearts all wept.
Yeah. I have one already, I just need to make it black, basically. Okay, so I need to adjust your guys' size. Yeah, that seems about correct. Okay, so you get to the Abbey and it looks like this. So these are the gates to the Lothian Abbey. Okay.
Nice.
Alright. So Mount Sif lies 20 kilometers northeast of Vermilion's Grace. Its outline is visible from the city on a rare clear day. Whether someone points the Battle Brothers to the Mountain Abbey, which you did, or you opt to go there on your own, you eventually find yourselves at the gates of the Lothian Abbey. Okay, so the first thing that happens is make a Sinicians -10 test for me, Uriel.
They're all demons.
Maybe.
Oh, good. If they are,
They're all
fucking parried them infinitely.
They're all Mira from Dark Heresy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Silent Battle Sister, who used to be my walking stick.
Oh dear.
I push it over with my fate point because I still had one.
Okay. Let me just. Where the fuck is the hammer?
If it's opposed, you're toast. Don't know why it would be, but
Well, if they're trying to hide something, psychic would.
So this is Mount Sif. That's what it looks like. Okay. And
Why Sinicians?
What do you mean? Why Sinicians?
What? No, why Sinicians? Like, doesn't seem to be based off my.
Sinicians is based off perception.
Oh,
that's
God.
problematic.
Yeah.
That makes zero sense.
Well, it's perception. It's like looking at the warp. That's what it is. But that's what it looks like there. You can pop it out to see a better look at it. And there are like the various parts of it. You guys are at the gates.
Mm.
Okay. So your success, because you use a fate point, you feel a vague sense of unease centered around the mountain. But that's all you feel. Okay? Like a strange sense of wrongness, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
Okay. So
maybe the Javar Gate.
as soon as you arrive, the Battle Sisters mount the battlements of the fortifications around their prodigious gates, but they do not open the massive adamantine gate for the kill team.
I did bring a Voxcaster, just FYI.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I know. I understand that. Yeah.
Or for the group in general.
Yeah. Okay. So, no one says anything to you. The sisters just silently watch you. And then after a few minutes of awkward silence, where they clearly are not intending to open the gate, the following happens.
Well, I'm fairly sure someone would have said something.
They're not really like, because I'm.
Well,
Just
do you want to say anything to them? I mean, it's totally up to you guys.
No. I was just letting the group know that I do have a Voxcaster if they have anything.
Yeah,
but,
I will. I guess after the first 10 seconds or 30 seconds of nothing happening, Solomon will turn to Uriel after where he's replaced his helmet, obviously, and he'll say, "Ultramarine," and he gestures towards the battlements. They do not seem to be of the inclination to let us pass.
I will speak with them.
So do you want to move forward and say something?
1 sec. Let me feel.
Like I would
I
park
accidentally
Land
closed some.
Raider right next to the gate. Not Land Raider, Land Speeder, just like.
If you do not wish to speak, Uriel, then allow me to.
Oh, that's me.
I do. Just give me a second. 1 sec.
Let him ride what he's doing. Okay, give him some time.
It's his first time, guys.
That is why
Just call them all assholes. I hear they like that.
Look, Solomon's saying in his own way that he's got your back. Okay. It may not seem like it, but that's what he's saying.
God.
Yes.
Everyone just looks at Uriel expecting.
Wait for it.
I'm going to do a quick reading of the Emperor. I'd like to do a quick augury, or whichever one it is. Let me read again.
Will talking to the Battle Sisters cause us to die? Augury done.
He can do what he wants, man.
Yeah, I know.
I just imagine Uriel just sitting.
So
down,
did we get like an
a
official, like a physical seal of passage or something?
Yeah, you received like a seal, the seal of the Vermilion Synod, indicating that you have their blessing, and you're clearly fucking Space Marines, and they know what Space Marines are.
No.
Just a quick out of game question. With the land speeder, how much rounds come with the
100.
I meant for the grenade launcher that the driver controls.
3 of each to begin with, and then you have to reload it with your own shit. So.
Okay, cool. If I have 3 bond grenades in them,
they all open fire.
I'm going to do a pushed augury on myself to read my tarot.
So these ecclesiarchy aren't the biggest fan of psychers.
Sisters
well, these people are
ecclesiastic. You a demon friend.
Well, go ahead, and they won't know he's casting, because augury is not like a very visible thing unless he does like warp shenanigans.
Raining blood or something.
Yeah.
Uriel does jazz hands, making it very clear
so
that he's a psyker.
roll 1d100 then. Yeah, you can.
I'm
re-rolling
re-rolling now.
Okay, well that will be your only re-roll for this mission then, I think. Yeah.
I took the new thing.
The new thing. Yeah.
I can re-roll pretty much any test I do.
Yeah.
All right, you can.
So you're good. Nothing really bad on you happened. So you got 9 plus, right? Okay. So augury, yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to ask me a very specific question. Like, what must my battle brothers overcome if they are to enter the Patriarch's lair, or what dangers face the chapter, or something like that?
Yeah.
What lies beneath the mountain?
What's
Is
the
it a
meaning of the
dragon?
universe?
No.
You get back a giant 42.
But it's the 41st millennium.
Are you there, Emperor? Do you hear me? No.
It's me, Uriel.
How many questions does he get? Sorry.
Just one.
And he has to ask a question. It could be like super broad or whatever, but like, I mean, the more broad it is, the less like specific answer you're gonna get back. So.
I don't know.
Well, that was useful.
Yeah, what? I was totally thinking of something, but it's fine. It's just too silly. So I'll just say, what must we over? Why are these?
Will I ever find love?
What is their opposition to letting us in?
What is love?
Why do these sisters bar?
Baby, don't hurt me. Okay, so why? What is their opposite? Why are you? Okay, be a bit more specific. Like, just phrase it exactly as you want me to say.
Yeah.
Why do they hate me?
Why don't you love me?
What must we do to enter these gates without brutally murdering all of the battle sisters?
Okay, that's a good one actually. What must we do to gain their trust, or what must we do? Something like that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Psychic determines most dangerous opposition. Okay, as well the plus on all the terms of negative forces that may represent the psychic can determine as many forces as pure. Okay. All the above plus the psychic determines the best advantage or tool. All the above plus the psychic offers a single sentence. May offer a single sentence of advice to the subject concerning the clearest path to their answer. Okay, so let me see. What do you say? Okay, so Uriel, almost unbidden to your mind, you get the visage of a young lady, like a beautiful young woman, with silver hair and piercing eyes. Okay, and she appears into your vision, and then you mouth the words without even speaking them, and the rest of you can hear it into the dusk. Okay, and then you see your monstrous visage of some demonic creature that fades, and they're the things that you see, okay?
Okay.
And that's as clear as you're gonna get.
Okay.
So that's what you know.
Okay, well, then I take off my helmet, put, keep all my weapons sheathed and slung down, walk forwards, and say, I too have had the vision which you think you must protect the artifacts from. And then I shout, into the dust.
Into the dusk. Yeah.
Dust.
Yeah, dusk. Yeah. Okay, so they don't move or budge at all, but after a few moments, the doors open and the gates open, and this big thing comes out. Everyone can see that, yeah?
Oh, shit.
So you know it to be an exorcist tank, a special pattern used solely by the Adeptus Sororitas.
Is it like a pipe organ on top of it?
Yeah.
That shoots flame, yeah.
Of course it does. Because
Nice.
what doesn't in the Battle Sisters arsenal?
Yeah.
Is there a guy with a flaming guitar on it?
No.
Okay.
And after a while, it opens up, and 4 Battle Sisters come out and enter into a flanking position. And then one more slightly taller sister who's more middle-aged and clearly has a far superior rank comes out and walks slowly up to you with these 4 flanking her. And they watch you cautiously, and then she just looks at you. So let me see what she says.
I get down on one knee.
I like mirror the formation around Uriel.
Yeah, you guys can move anywhere you want.
Like, I guess I'm still in the land speeder because fuck it.
Yeah, sure.
And then, like, I voxel and say, well, the heavy bolter on this might be more sufficient than the one you carry. Join me, brother.
We're not killing these Battle Sisters.
It's more of, like, if they turn out to be demons.
Yeah, okay, so the Palatine is the first person on Eleusis to regard you without any trace of unease or awe in her eyes. As she stands there in front of her fortress abbey and the looming shape of the exorcist tank behind her, the tilt of her chin suggests that she easily considers herself your equal or even your better. The Emperor's divine blessing be upon you, brothers. Why have you come to this place? She asks in a neutral tone.
Get bitches.
We have come because there is an artifact on this planet, a gate from which things from the warp may come. We need to defend this planet and stop the warp incursions.
Okay, so she never speaks or breaks her rigid facial she gives no hint of any sort of sign when you mention an artifact or Xenos or anything like that. And she just sort of looks at you for a moment, and then, clicks her fingers and says something to one of these sisters. And then, to this sister. The sister nods and then walks off for a moment, and she just looks at you sternly without saying anything. A few minutes later, that sister returns with another one. And this sister walks up to her and stands beside her and looks at her expectantly. So... this is what she looks like. A battle sister with tan skin arrives at the gate. Even within her power armor, her movements have a sinewy grace, and her piercing black eyes are never still. They constantly scan her surroundings and you for threats. The Palatine summarizes what you have asked, and then says, "What do you make of this, Ward Sentinel?" The other woman glances up at the mountain behind you to the minaret in the distance and says, "The oculus has darkened frequently of late, but I have already told you of my suspicions. It is possible the call of darkness extends further than we thought." Her eyes halt momentarily over the kill team. "I do not believe the Adeptus Astartes would be here without good cause, however, Sister Palatine. We would be wise to consider what they have to say." The Ward Sentinel, as she calls her, doesn't seem to, betray any emotions or anything, and it doesn't seem to dismiss any of the judgments the Palatine seems to have ordained about you as you arrive. She just gazes long at the sister for a moment and then just says, "I will take it under advisement." And then, says, "You are dismissed." And the sister bows and she walks off again. Then, let me see. She just looks at you for a moment, as if she's coming to a conclusion for a moment, and then sort of says, after barely a few moments have passed, "I cannot allow you within our walls. Your words may be true and your intentions just, but you lack faith in the God Emperor." She stresses the word God. "Your unbelief could weaken the sanctity and the resolve of this place. You must leave."
If I can, I vox Uriel and say, if I may, honoured librarian, maybe if I would
And
Uriel in combat.
Uriel, you actually recognize that sister that came in, the one she called the Ward Sentinel, Sister Piety, as the woman in your vision. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we know whether she was opposition or benefit?
You know she was not in opposition. She was the key to your mission here.
Yeah. So we come with the blessing of the Emperor and the blessing of his what are they called again? Cardinal, and of the Cardinal. Is this not proof of our belief?
Continue.
Go for it. No,
it's okay. Fine. She just she stops you as soon as you mention the Cardinal. Says, "Whatever you believe you have gained by that spectacle in Vermilion's grace is of no concern to me. Your ability to be manipulated easily only shows that you are weak-willed. I have no desire to fight you or your brothers, but understand this. The Order of our Martyred Lady has purged imperial temples to prevent the spread of radicalism, and imperial guard regiments who followed an unfortunate order. Duty often does not give us the chance of choice in our foes. We will defend our sacred charge if you set one foot upon this mountain. Is this understood? We have no fear of you."
We understand.
You should.
I can box you and say, "Librarian, may I try something?"
Oh God.
One last try, Brother Lorgath. Please.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Give it the old Storm Warden try.
Yeah.
The sister who just came to speak with you. I have seen her in my visions.
So she just.
Did you hear what I said before you came from the gate?
She just narrows her eyes and says, "What my sisters and I do is of no concern to you. Your visions," and she sort of spits the word with a bit of bile as she looks up and down because she clearly knows you're a librarian, "are not ordained by the Emperor. They are visions from the malignant realm of the warp. They are not to be trusted. I care not what you believe you've seen. It is tainted by your own weakness." And she sort of looks at you again with revulsion.
Solomon takes a step forward, clearly discomfort.
That she'll be singing a different tune when we're defending this for God knows what reason, and we have freaking the armor dome up.
I want to vox to Uriel, and Solomon will say, "The sister speaks out of turn, Ultramarine. Allow me to speak words and to try to rectify this for her to see the error of her ways before we resort to anything." And I kind of glance over at the Storm Warden.
Hey, word is good, alright?
Oh, by the way, when she mentioned the whole "they'll defend it if you step one foot on it," it becomes obvious to you that she's transmitting this over her Vox. Yeah. Because several of the battle sisters atop the Abbey and in the gate behind enter battle positions, and they look more than tactically ready to defend this place.
Well, I'm glad I didn't do what I wanted to do.
I say...
And for the record, Solomon. Sisters of Battle are no pushovers, just for the record.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well they're in human power, honestly.
Solomon, speak your piece.
Alright. I will step forward and I will say, do we know her name? Or she's...
Yeah, you know she's Palatine Ariel because you were told by Cardinal Loris who she is.
So Solomon steps forward a little bit and He does not remove his helm or nothing. He just stares at, fixes his eyes upon the Palatine, and he says, "Palatine Ariel, you speak out of turn. You speak of weakness, of a taint. We are the Emperor's Angels of Death, and the words you speak here are unjust in the eyes of the Emperor. We both serve the same Lord. He upon the golden throne upon Terra, and he kind of makes like a gesture of like respect, to the Emperor and that sort of thing. That you would speak ill of his sons when we come before you with our holy purpose, with our duty, it sits ill with me. Regardless, what you speak of duty and what you have done to pursue it is admirable. Know that the Astartes, myself included, my chapter, we have done similar things to further the Emperor's vision, his purpose that he's all instructed us. We are the hand of his might, the mail about his fist. Would you deny us our duty to him, our purpose? For if you do that, you deny your own duty and purpose to him. And I just look at her like, basically, almost accusingly of sort of, and that's what Solomon says.
Okay, she just looks at you and says, "I do not mean to presume to tell you of your duty. Do not presume to tell me of mine. And if you were to speak of loyalty and honor and faith in the Emperor, I believe that the Emperor was. I cannot say that the Emperor was wrong, or it is not my place. I will not even begin to presume that the Emperor's judgment of his sons is, permitted to someone as low as myself. I am merely a servant shown his light. However, as I said before, you lack faith in the God Emperor. Your unbelief will weaken the sanctity of this place. I will not let you pass." Then she sort of like turns and says, "However, I wish you the speed and the purity of the Emperor in your task, whatever it may be on this world, Space Marine." And then he just sort of looks at you coldly and then gets back in the tank and leaves.
God fucking damn it.
She's not going to duel you, Lorga.
No, it's more of like I was going to get the 5 best to duel me.
No. It's not how this thing's works.
Close the door.
Before she goes, Warren, if I can.
Yeah.
All I want to say is I'll just incline my head to her and just say, then let us not leave this ground. Let us not leave this ground in bad blood. Myself and my brothers certainly have no wish to see fellow servants of the Emperor for this day. And he will just nod again and step back into behind you.
Yeah, they have no intention of fighting you unless you go hostile, but it's clear they have no intention of letting anyone into their abbey. So
I would have wanted to say before she left as well that...
And the fact that Loris blessed you probably made matters worse, actually. So.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to ask, if she would bless us upon our mission. Or like...
She doesn't bless people, it's not how they do things.
Okay.
So.
Or if there is any task that she would have us do to prove our
you
faith in the God Emperor.
You got the distinct impression there is literally nothing you could do to change this woman's mind. She's unswervingly faithful in her beliefs that this abbey needs to be guarded from anyone, any and all, if you know what I mean, that aren't their brotherhood or sisterhood.
How's the status of their anti-air defenses?
The abbey is a very large monolithic thing that rings the entire, area of Mount Sif. The Lethien Abbey itself is a massive bastion. You can clearly see in the distance that they have formidable defenses of a great many, types and varied things. So yes, they could easily shoot your land speeder down if you guys were to attempt to
I was just gonna fly in by myself at night, but
you could try. I mean, it's up to you. But if they find you, they'll go for you. So
The Uriel, since words have failed, pains me to say this, for I am a pious marine and I do not want to harm the servants of the Emperor, but it seems violence is probably the way that we must go.
Or we could just go to the nearest tavern and look for the for the quest giver.
Therefore, I request that we bring the Land Raider down if we must storm this bastion.
I'm sorry. Wasn't one of our objectives not to piss off the ecclesiarchy so that you get immediately summarily executed at your inquisitorial?
I will not willingly spill the blood of Imperial servants, Lorga.
Yeah.
I'm saying this since words have failed. What other
We will
options
find
are
this information that we need another way.
Yeah.
Indeed. Their faith, and Solomon kind of grudgingly says the word, may blind them to our purpose here, but unwittingly or not, they still serve the Emperor, be it in their own way, and I will not make examples or corpses out of them if it can be helped.
So I'm going to step forward again with my helmet still off and be like, "Sisters, if you have ever need of our help in defending this bastion, here's my number." And leaving the telephone number.
Call me. Alright, yeah, they have your number, sure. Okay, we're gonna end it now because we've been playing
They tear it up as soon as we get out.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so this
if you ever require a booty call,
Call
you have
someone
no
else,
idea.
'cause I
You have
can't
no
help you.
idea how many fanfics there is about Space Marines and Swartos. It's disturbing. So yeah, we are done for this week.
woo!
Thank you very much, Warren. Thank you, everyone who played. Thank you, everyone who watched.
All those things.
No problem.
Suddenly Ducks out.
Right.